It's always so awkward. Hi, guys. I'm Katie Williams. I'm so glad you're here. If you're listening to this recording, I have my friend Brittany here, and our friend Christmas is going to hop on in here a minute or two. We both have such different backgrounds, and Christmas's background is even more different than ours combined. But we all have a very similar story of what we're doing here with our incredible company, Q Sciences. So if you're listening to this call and you spoke to me or Christmas or somebody invited you to this call, just know that we can send you loads of information after this, but this really is such a great information session for why I chose to essentially walk away from a lot of brand deals. And Christmas, I can't wait for you to hear her story too. She walked away from a very significant brand deal. A little background about myself. I am literally just such a normal person. I am a mom of two. Normally I have a slide deck up, but I wanted this to be really, really personal. Brittany and I just wanted to chit chat with you guys. My son Aiden is 7 and my daughter Nora is turning 5 in 5 days. So I really am just your typical mom. I started cultivating an online community a couple years ago. And I very casually fell into network marketing. I thought that it was so stupid, you guys. Like, I'm telling you, I was that person that wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I literally thought it was the most cringeworthy thing ever. I dabbled in a lot, really, with different brands, different deals. I had a whole slide deck for myself with my rates and my email templates. I even had an assistant at one time that would just respond to emails for me. So when I tell you I've done it all when it comes to brands. And the thing with brands is you're not working with people. You're working with a company. And I quickly realized that even though I was making a good bit of money with my various brand deals, I was just not happy dealing with the emails back and forth, telling them why I'm worth what I'm worth, dealing with contracts, dealing with all the things. And I know Christmas is probably going to tell you guys the same thing, but it just was so tiresome to know that I wasn't valued in that way. I felt like I had so much more to offer my community online that I had built. I felt like I had so much more to offer my family with the time that I was spending away from them. And so very casually over a couple years, I fell into this incredible opportunity and it led me to Q Sciences. And obviously our products are incredible. I don't need to tell you that. I could share with you testimonies, but what this is about is I walked away from different random brands. I was constantly showing up on my Instagram with like just random stuff, you guys, like from dog food to like Target to Huggies diapers. Like I could go on, and it was just so exhausting. And I quickly realized that even though at the end of the day, when I finally finished a brand deal, I would make a good bit of money, it wasn't worth what the heck I was doing. Like it was so, right? Christmas, like it was so tiring. So I found Q. I saw initially the money. That's what really obviously spoke to me at first. I was always hesitant with network marketing and sales in general because I wasn't sure if I could do that. But in my opinion, the magic is in the people. And when I realized the amount of people that I could also bless and take along with me, if you will, for the ride, the community, the partnerships with our corporate, like it's so different than emailing a corporate part of a brand and never hearing from the person at the top, just talking to their assistant, going back and forth with what you think you should be paid versus actually working with corporate and testing products and tasting them and deciding on flavors and being part of like what we're sharing, right? So cool. Britt, what would you say is the best part of partnering with a corporate organization and business that really talks with you, not at you, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, we get a say in the products, in the smell, in the taste, in the time. We get a say in all of it, where, you know, I've been approached by brands. I've honestly never partnered with one because I know that I would not deliver on time and I don't want to let anybody down. And I know it's not worth the money, but they tell you what to post, what to say, when to do it. You don't have a say. And one thing that I love, our president, who has become our friend, his name's Jake Spencer, when it comes to the influencer space, one thing that he loves and what we're doing is that instead of making money off of people, we get to make money with people, which is just a whole different ballgame.
Yep, exactly. And you hit the nail on the head when you mentioned like the fact that we're making money with people. I was not just sharing a link anymore and hoping that I'm compensated for however many swipe ups I get because of the people that follow me. Like, I actually get to partner with people doing this, and it's not just me that's making the money now. And I think that's the coolest thing ever. Christmas, did you want to chime in on that at all?
You're muted, girlfriend.
I have to mute myself because I do talk a lot. I want to chime in on all. So first of all, when I first came on, I was like, this sleep spray is amazing. I want to send out samples. Is there a way that we can get a pack? And they did it. Remember, it was within like a month of me coming on, and they have that 5-pack to be able to purchase. And I was like, what? Also, like, I love the fact that here's what I want to say about it is you are absolutely right, Katie. It's a lot of work, and they're meticulous about it. And I can appreciate brands being very specific about what they want to put out, but it is exhausting when you are doing one-offs over and over. It's like, okay, well, you're making good money right now, but when is that going to stop? And you have to renegotiate your contract. Do you want to just like constantly feel like you're in that hamster wheel? And when I saw the comp plan and I really finally understood it, I was like, oh boy, this is a game changer. And I just felt like the frustration of not knowing, you know, the code and the swipe up, you don't know what the numbers are. You don't know how many people that transitioned. With Q, you know exactly who purchases what. Well, you don't know what they purchase, it's private, right? But you know that you have the customer, you know, you have your ambassador, you get to see your entire organization. They are 100% transparent about the volume and the cash. Like,
yep.
What?
You actually can see what they order.
Yeah, you can. You look up their order.
Well, I need to get in on that because I'm super creepy.
Oh, but it's so true. Like, transparency, just like Christmas said. Oh my gosh. Not only transparency with, but transparency with the labels and like what's in our products, transparency with how everything's made, like QR codes that you can scan. I mean, those are just the logistics, but as somebody that's sharing something on your private network, your cultivated community that you've created, your space, you want to make sure that you are sharing things that are up to par with your standards too. And I never have to worry about that with you.
Christmas, will you share your story of what you walked away from to do this and why it was worth it?
Okay. So actually this is almost what I was going to say about the longevity. The longevity. Okay. So I was fortunate enough to have a couple year deals that re-up every year, meaning that we can keep the contract the same or I can renegotiate it, but they also have the power to decrease my pay because I'm not producing, you know? And I hate to tell you that eventually you just become not the star that you think you are. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there. But ultimately I was with this CBD company, which I loved the product. I broke my foot in half, which ended my athletic career, and found CBD because it was the only thing that worked. This company was great. We had a year-to-year contract that we kept re-upping, and I'd been with them 3 years. Once I experienced Q and then I saw the comp plan, I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to renegotiate a contract. I get 100% transparency on all of what I bring in, what I'm bringing, you know, my affiliate code. And I get to stay in this forever for as long. I kept joking in the beginning. I was like, when y'all kick me out, because I was like, I'm a lifer. I couldn't sleep at night knowing, well, I had my sleep spray, so I did sleep, but I literally kept obsessing about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do in 10 years? Am I still going to be doing fitness videos and these little one-offs that just are too much, right? And I was like, no, I'm going to be my own boss. And I don't know, I'm getting off track here, but the point is that I had this reoccurring contract and they guaranteed me $50,000 a year, every year. And then I got 15% commission on top of that, right? 15%. That was big. Mm-hmm. Notice I said was, because now we give up to 35%, but I cashed in on a special the other month. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys this. I jumped on board with the Run to Success. Was it Sprint to Success?
Sprint to Success, yeah.
So now for the next 6 months, I get 50% commission on all of my sales. I get to track every single one of them. I know exactly how much I'm going to get paid exactly every minute of the month. I can check my numbers right now. I can check the reports. I know. And this month I'm matching what I left.
Christmas, could you have ever gotten a brand deal that would pay you 50% for each swipe up?
Heck no.
No.
Yeah. And when she said 15% was high, was high. Yeah. I mean, that was high. I remember doing stuff for 8%. Like, what the heck? The cool thing is too, I mean, Christmas and I and Britt, we came here and fell in love with the community, but our commissions on customer sales, like that's all it is. Like that's all you have to do. You don't have to build like a crazy thing. Like we take that stigma and that weirdness out of it, right?
Yeah. So can I talk quickly about the business structure that is unlike anything else for influencers?
Yeah.
All right. So basically when you come on as an ambassador, you get your own e-commerce, you get your own site. And then what happens is that when you start, you put it on your swipe up, people start ordering. When they order from you one time, we have a subscription-based model, right? Tons of products to choose from. But if they don't do the subscription-based and they just do a one-off, or they do subscription for a little while and then leave, when they return, they're still your customer. Mm-hmm. What? They're still your customer. We have it where once they are in your system, they are always in your system.
I didn't even think of it like that.
Yes. Oh, girl, I do. I want to cut this apart. And then, by the way, so if you think about this, I want to go ahead and tell you guys, we have an 85% retention rate for our customer. That was before we launched the medical grade liquid collagen. And I believe that it will be above 90 for a recurring. Our average customer is what, 8 months? Mm-hmm. And you don't have to resell that. The company does the work for you. You don't have to hold inventory. You don't have to hold anything. You literally just send them your link and educate them on when they need educating. I like to check in with my customers. It's how you want to do it, but forever, when that person comes back, they're still your customer. You still get
customer forever. It's the best. You don't have to. And yeah, that's so true. I've never looked at it like that either, really. But like, how many times did we have to share a swipe up just to continue to get those sales? I'm thinking back to even like, I used to love this children's bedding set that I would share all the time. And every time I'd want to share and make money off of it, I would have to share the link over and over and over. Even for customers that had bought previously, they would have to have that code again. They'd have to enter that code. They'd have to, whatever. And here, just like Christmas said, it's forever. Like they log into their own little customer account and they order whenever they want. It takes that complication out of it. And it's very streamlined.
I love this system so much because it really these other companies, and listen, I understand it. It's their business model. That's wonderful. It works for them, but I'm not working for them anymore. And these companies, they have you for affiliate, multi-level marketing. It is multi-level marketing. They're using you to expand to your social reach. and they have a code, and that person, you'll get a kickback, right? It's a nice little paycheck right then. It's fast money. Actually, it's not fast because they pay out 3 months later, but it's cash, right? And then that's it. So now they get to retain your customer over and over sales, and you get no more from it.
Will you talk about that some more? I remember that was a big topic when you first joined, was that you would work so hard to do what they wanted you to do. And then you would make a small, like a, sliver of a percentage, but then you still wouldn't get paid until 30, 60, 90 days later, compared to getting paid weekly here.
Okay. You just summed it up, but let me go ahead and add something else, is that if you did not hit the performance metrics that they put up for you, you would either have to do a repost or they could not pay you as much.
Yep. And I'm going to add even further. If a lot of the brands that I worked with, if you didn't send the invoice yourself, you wouldn't get paid because they wouldn't follow up. They wouldn't make sure you're paid for your work. Yeah. I would have to physically submit an invoice to get paid. And here it's just, you get paid every week. It's so cool.
No invoicing. Yo, I randomly just look into my Q portal and I'm like, oh, I got some money in there. I mean, it's the best I know feeling. Exactly how much I'm getting, but it's still nice. I pretend I'm surprised.
I love it.
What else, Britt? What has really been just so obvious to you when you've seen people like Christmas and myself and others with a significant following come over and stay for obvious reasons?
I love that people like you guys have the ability to reach so many people and impact so many people. It's really special, like I said, the whole idea of making money with people instead of off of people, it just is a different heart behind all of it. It's not, I don't know. I don't want to say that making money off of people is selfish. It's not selfish. It's just a job, but it's just even more special when you get to help other people do exactly what you're doing. And if we're going to talk about the business structure, when you join someone with a ton of influence, then the way our business is structured is they get to help use their influence to help build your business. So when you join, whoever you join, they get to use their business to build under you. So literally, no matter what you do, everybody wins. And I think that's my favorite part, especially coming from a company where I walked away because no one was winning. I had found some level of success and it was great. And it was what it was, but nobody else was able to do what I was doing. So I was done. I fell out of integrity. It wasn't for me. But here, the fact that I actually get to help people do what I've done, it changes everything.
Yep.
And no one who is a leader in their heart wants to be the only one doing something. You want to bring everybody with you, and our comp plan and our business structure allows you to do that.
Yeah. And Christmas, I know you specifically, you needed people, right? You were just getting burnt out with those deals and not having a community to just.
Why don't you share? Okay, I'm going to share and then you can go into detail. So Chris was so sick of doing I don't want to say she was sick of doing her fitness videos, but she was doing all these things by herself.
I was burned out.
She was burned out. She was craving people and community so much so that she was contemplating getting a 9-to-5 just to be around people.
I literally was in the process of I had been kind of thinking about this for a while, and then I was slowly building my resume, and I was like, okay, guys, talk about manifestation. Okay. And I might get a little emotional because this is so what? Okay. I was literally building my resume because I've been working for myself for 10 solid years, really 15, but 10 solid ones. I'm in it myself. And all I wanted to do was work in a group with people, learn from them, teach them, and just be able to give all of this expertise that I've learned over the last decade, not just about how to get abs, right? And as much as I love a fit body, it's just, what else is there, right? What else are you doing? What are you doing to your life to improve it? And I wanted to surround myself with those people. And so I was really literally, I had actually reached out to a couple close friends, and I was like, hey man, down low, if you know any company that needs an advisor or like a marketing, something, I was like, I'm there. And they're like, what? I don't need the money. I needed the connection.
Yep.
And I was I was feasting on scraps at this point.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then, the girls just trot in, and I'm like, oh, but here's the thing. I was like, no, I don't want it. I like literally had all of the things I was telling Brittany this. I was like, I rescheduled with them multiple times. And then finally, when I was like, okay, I can't do it anymore. Don't be a D. And I jumped on the call, and I had already prepared whatever they were going to say. I knew an answer to get me out of it.
Except for, I'm pretty sure on that call, multiple times you said, oh my gosh, I have chills.
I do. I get these like mohawk chills that come through my head. And that's okay. If that's not your thing, that's cool. But when you have something that is different, it's a conversation, it's, whatever it may be. Here, I touch my forehead, my third eye, right? You guys know, pay attention to that stuff. Whatever your understanding of the higher power is, it's telling you, and when you get a feeling. You being on this call tonight, that's your sign, okay? You want something better. And that was my epiphany, 20 years ago. I wanted something better. And I just got chills again. If you feel a little different, you have to take that step. It is literally the door opening for you and going, I'm ready.
Yep. Can we just talk about real quick the elephant in the room, or in the room that people are listening to this call in? But what was the one thing, Christmas, that made you get those chills and realize that this really is different and it's not what you thought it was going to be?
I don't know if there's one specific thing. Kind of like Brittany says, like once I saw the comp plan, I couldn't unsee it, because you get 100% credit for all of your work forever with no limitations, no red tape. And on top of that, you get to help your team succeed. It's almost like double volume. I don't know if that's the most appropriate thing to say or accurate, but like when we're able to help our team, and that is like this month, I'm not recruiting. All I'm doing is doing one-on-one business coaching with my team.
Yep.
Because I don't care. I don't want to be on the stage collecting my $1 million check like Brittany. Well, you had a couple of people up there with you. I don't want to be the only one on the team there. Mm-hmm. I want as many as possible, because I will gladly have one of my teammates pass me, and I will still cheer for them just like harder, because damn, you're a better girl. Right. And it's just, their success truly is like what I didn't know I was missing. Mm-hmm. And, 10 years of being isolated between training, between business, between, just traveling nonstop around the world. Like, oh, let me cry a river, like my champagne problems. It doesn't matter how many followers you have or how much money you have in the bank. When you don't have real social currency, that means like positive relationships that make you want to grow and be a better person and evaluate yourself on a daily basis. Am I being the best me? Wake up with intention. And if you're not doing that, then you should look at it, because this is what the company is. This is what Q has allowed me, or not allowed, brought into
empowered. Yeah. Empowered. Absolutely.
So I don't know what to tell you. There was just something that because I said yes to the call. I think that was it. Literally, because I knew in the back of my head that I had to say yes, because nothing else was working.
Mm-hmm. So how is this compared to reality television? We actually have some reality television people that are either listening now or listening to the recording. So I'm genuinely curious how your thoughts are on that.
All right. Well, we got to get a little bit more specific. One, reality television is not reality.
Not breaking your foot. Let's just say that, right? I saw that episode.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I knew it. I mean, like, listen, just like Instagram, reality TV is filtered and selected and very specific to what you want to put out there. I'm also going to tell you, like, I actually get pissed off that people are like, oh, just a reality TV. I'm like, that is not my biggest accomplishment. Mm-hmm. One, obviously my son, because he's the best. Mm-hmm. Two, I will say that, like, wholeheartedly, I feel that going to the CrossFit Games as a competitor was really up there. My weightlifting career, I loved NASCAR, but it wasn't like I did it, even though I was the only one in history. And this is like a recap of my career, let me tell you. But honestly, like, all of that was all about me. It was me. I had the best time when I was training my team for CrossFit competitions. And now seeing my team, like some of my girls re-rank right away in the first week of the new month. Mm-hmm. Woo! I was popping bottles. I was like, you're getting paid next Friday. You're getting paid next. And that, like, here's the thing is I've always said, follow me, do what I do. You know, you're just like, this is, I mean, being kind of in this industry, it is about you, right? And let's be real, we're all fabulous. Mm-hmm. But damn, doesn't it feel better when I see somebody being able to make either $250 or $750 or $1,700 and it changes their life. Yep. Ooh, that feeling doesn't have a podium.
Yep.
Because it's so far elevated above anything else that I've ever accomplished by myself. Because we did it together.
I love that so much.
I love your heart.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like
stormy.
Though, it attracts such good people. I mean, this is what it's about. And if you look at Christmas, obviously she's got like a buttload of followers and she's had this huge community she's cultivated. I've got like a medium size amount of followers. Britt has still a good amount of followers, but she didn't always. And so like all of this amount of success, it doesn't matter the amount of followers you have. It just matters of your intentions and like what you want to do with it. Britt, how was it walking across stage? We can wrap this up, but like with that $1 million check and knowing that in 11 months, let's just talk numbers here. In 11 months, that's what you did.
It was surreal. It was surreal because it was such, I went from one extreme to another, you know, of being in a place like broken in so many ways, not being able to pay bills, threatened with my phone getting shut off, lights, like groceries, like whatever it was, like that wasn't like the most basic things weren't guaranteed in our life. And it was so hard. So to go from that, work really hard, help a lot of people in the process, to then getting this check stating that we've made over $1 million in 11 months. I honestly don't even think it's hit me yet. It's surreal. Like it's unreal. And I know that this avenue, right? Network marketing, whatever you want to call it. I know it's unconventional. Mm-hmm. I know it. I know it's not the norm. Did I dream as a little girl, I'm going to be a network marketer? No. I didn't know
that all the time. Like, who would have thought? Like, who would have thunk?
I didn't. And you guys, I didn't even go to college. Well, I went to college. I didn't graduate. I don't have a degree.
Same.
And so, yeah. But like the fact that normal people with not meeting the society's like standards can do something like this, it's so freeing to me. It's so encouraging to me that like I can look at anybody and say, if you want this, you can have it. It doesn't matter your background or your past or your degrees or lack thereof. It doesn't matter. Like, I think the biggest thing, especially for influencers, is to drop the pride I say that with all the love because I had to do it too. I was not a major influencer, but I honestly thought that I was too good for it, you know? But the second that I dropped the pride and accepted this opportunity for what it was and what it could do, oh my gosh, the whole world opened up and it's not slowing down. And so I think if you're feeling any type of nudge that maybe this is for you, but what will people think? After making $1 million in 11 months, I don't give a about what
I mean, what I wouldn't either.
Yes. Yes.
But also I want to add, like, I could not make another penny and I still would be so appreciative of where I am with this company. Yeah. If this people talk is kind of intimidating to you and you feel like you're not sure if you're ready for all the people, like that's fine too, because we have our just commission-based stuff, but what we have here is really special.
It is.
So again, if you're willing to kind of put your ego aside and even just explore it and have a conversation with one of us, I think that would be the best next step.
Yeah, we'll let you finish it off, Christmas, because you're always good at closing.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you that, like, I don't sell because you're like, I don't sell. I tell my experience. I tell how amazing the products are. And then I also tell you about the business opportunity. I'm doing the same thing. And what I love is that I'm not required to do any of this contractually. I don't have to ever talk or post about Q. But I'm getting a paycheck like I am.
Yep.
And I'm telling you that if you want to look at your long-term game plan and have significant income for years and years to come, generationally, like let's mean your kids and the other kids, this is it. And I've always been an early adopter. So if you don't believe me now, it's cool. Watch what my paycheck is in a year.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Call me then.
This was so awesome. Britt, do you have anything you want to add? Thank you, Christmas. It's been so fun chatting with you. Again, I know I have chills too.
Right? You feel it?
It feels like they're mohawk, actually.
Yeah.
I just know that if you're feeling a nudge, timing is something that we have. If you have like an entrepreneur mind and heart and spirit, we have the timing that you're looking for. You're never going to get it back. We are aggressively innovative. It's incredible. So I'm just really proud and grateful that I get to work with you both. And I'm really excited.
We are so grateful for you, because if it wasn't for this woman, neither of us would be here. And that is a fact.
Well,
we are building
something incredible, and I'm grateful for you guys.
All right. We love you, Brett. Thank you, Christmas.
You.
Keep this one because we're going to replay it in a year and I'm going to show y'all my $1 million check.
Heck yeah.
I'm keeping it.
I'll be there right with you.
A whole bunch of my team with $1 million checks.
And some of you will be with us too. So let's do it.
Brittany, Brittany, I just want to, like, really, how many six-figure earners do you have on your team?
I've lost count, but I think
what a problem to have. Oh my gosh.
I think it's either 24 or 25.
Six-figure earners.
That is
walking on the stage with checks themselves just last week.
So incredible.
You're going to have to get one of those little counters because you should keep up with that because we're all coming for it.
I know. I'm so happy. It makes me so happy.
I'll see you on stage with my crew, ladies.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll meet you
there. All right. Bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.